Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Full Strength Podcast. It is Monday, February 9th, 2026. NFL season is over. NHL players and teams are on a break. The Olympics has started. All kinds of great stuff to dive into this week. Once again, you got me, Brandon Michael. This is our fifth episode. We're trying to get into the groove of this thing. We hear you and we appreciate every follow that we get. Please go like, subscribe, share. If you don't like us, that's okay. Leave us a comment on TikTok or YouTube telling us that you do. Anything is great. We love it all. Steve, how was your week, buddy?
The week was good. It was busy. Had fun on the weekend with all the sports and starting the Olympics on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Watched that opening. That was interesting.
Right on, buddy. Well, I'm glad you had a good week. Brandon, trainer, the stuff. How was it, buddy?
Hey, oh man, I think I'm on a sports hangover right now. Too much, I can't take it.
Better than an actual hangover.
So much sports going on right now because of the Olympics. Trying to keep up.
I know. It's a hard job, right? It's right on, buddy. Glad you're back again. I'm excited to get into this week. Nick Brown, buddy, how was your week, man?
Week was good. Just been getting into the groove, trying to watch as much curling as humanly possible without binging.
Attaboy.
I tried cauliflower wings this Super Bowl, and they were delicious. So they meet the hype. I know. They're not the same, but they're still good. Just ready to get into
You want
this.
some soy with that, Nick? Just kidding.
I don't need your lips, sir. You're not my real dad.
Oh man, right on, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed cauliflower. So once again, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, share, whatever. We are on TikTok. I started doing some TikTok shorts and stuff. So check us out there too. It is just Full Strength Podcast. All right, with that said, so Super Bowl, NFL season's over, guys. Seahawks 29-13. Boy, they did I know a lot of what I said they did, but God, that offense, that Seattle defense, just again, I'm not shocked. Their defense was just lights out amazing. It really was. Their front four, which we knew was going to be a make or break it, right? Was just absolutely incredible. And then there was a lot of unforced errors. If all of a sudden New England, when they got down too much, it was like too little, too late. They just weren't making the aggressive plays. They didn't use both running backs, one in the slot. They didn't do that. And then again, Seattle's defense was just lights out. Offensively, Seattle was terrible. I mean, the field goal kicker should have been the MVP, in my opinion. I know Walker did all right in the second half, but and he had 100 yards, so on and so forth. Kicker should have been MVP, in my opinion. That was the best player outside of the defense.
I thought Walker was going to get it, but I do agree with you. I think the kicker should have got it.
It was absolutely terrible. Yeah. I think Darnold's QBR was like 69. So, with that said, Steve, go ahead. What's your reaction from the game? What'd you think? It's again, we're not shocked that Seattle won. World-class defense, but New England's defense was great.
I have to get my hat tip off to Gonzalez though on the Patriots secondary. That guy was on point yesterday.
Yep,
that game would have been a lot different if he didn't block several of those catches that were for 30, 40 yards.
Yeah,
that would change the whole game in the first quarter.
They covered the receiver exactly like I said they were going to. It was one-on-one, cover him over the top. He was 4 catches for 20 yards. I mean,
Does anybody know how many sacks were ended the game?
I think.
I know.
You do?
Great.
6?
Somebody last week guessed that there would be at least 6 sacks. So, tip of the hat to myself.
Price is riding me.
So, anything else on it, Steve?
Front four again. That's what I thought that was going to be the difference maker, and they definitely were. But the thing is, on both sides, it really was. There was a lot of more blitzing
Mhm.
in this game than there had been
Yeah.
for both teams throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were really putting those putting those bodies in front of the quarterbacks, and as you can see, it made the hell of a difference throughout the entire game.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that one side of the Pats line just was getting owned all night long. I remember I was just you just watching. Just I would for a bunch of plays. I was just watching that one side of the line. I'm like, man, even when they didn't get him, he was under pressure. So yeah, Brandon, any thoughts?
No, first of all, I gotta make you a little jealous. Guess what I made for the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
My world famous stuffed chip dip.
Stuffed chip dip. I don't even think I remember what it.
You've had it before. You tried to make me make it for you when I was out there.
It really?
Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank, but right on,
gee,
man.
thanks.
Okay,
So thoughts on the
what is
game,
it?
Brandon?
Man, that was definitely defensive battle was a rough game, man. If we weren't talking about it for the show, I probably would have turned it off halfway through. But
Yeah,
no, I mean, really, I
yeah.
think going back to the MVP, Jason Mayers was the kicker.
Yeah.
He made 5 field goals and he set the new record for the most points. Like, really, what else
I
can a
agree,
kicker
dude.
do to get MVP?
I I honestly I agree. What wasn't a kicker named MVP once?
Nope,
Never.
never.
Never. It wasn't. I'm thinking of something else then. But anyway, yeah, man, I agree. So Nick,
Yeah.
I just got a whole bunch of the same. Last week we talked about it, and we talked about that front four, and if they were able to get penetration with that front four, it was going to let them have that many more people back in coverage or man to man or double team, and they were able to make that happen. And then right when they got comfortable, they would disguise a blitz and send some safety in off some weird angle, and
yeah,
that's how you get those 6 sacks. It was defensive. I have to agree. There's no way Jason Myers doesn't win the MVP. If you take his 17 points off the board, that's a different game, gentlemen.
Brandon, like Brandon said,
It's
that set records.
more the same. Yeah, most field goals, most just dumb.
Points.
But it was a defensive battle, which is they say defense wins championships, offensive sells tickets.
Yep.
It's just not. It just wasn't a fun game to watch.
That's a great thing to say. $4,000 for $4,000 per ticket on the cheap end, and that's what you get. You don't pay the money though. Like when we went to the Super Bowl, the game was great. We got lucky, but it was like you're paying for the whole experience. But anyway, that's off topic.
And if you're paying for the whole experience, honestly, it was kind of from beginning to end, it was kind of a boring Super Bowl.
Yeah, 100%. So, and Brandon, you brought up food. So you made your dip and anything else, guys? Anything fun? I know Nick had a vegetable party and
with some cauliflower. I had regular wings.
Maybe some soy was sprinkled on. I'm not sure. I don't know. Steve, did you have anything interesting? Anything good?
No, I had a mixture of buffalo wings and vegetables, so a veggie tray.
Like the celery that comes with
no soy sauce, yeah.
Actual wings. That's awesome. I actually ended up at a party. And it was a blast. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good people. It was at this establishment called the Wagon Wheel in West Virginia. Great spot. The manager and the people that own the bar are absolutely fantastic. It's a big, it's got an event patio but it was awesome. We had some shredded chicken, barbecue with cowboy beans, and then some potato salad and mac and cheese. It was, it was awesome. And then they had meatball subs they were making up. And if you paid $50 and you got a square, you got all you can eat and drink for the rest of the night.
Damn.
Drink
that's a good
was like
deal.
beer, and you guys know I don't drink very much at all, and
Neither do
so
I anymore. Yeah.
I had quite a few adult beverages and struggled through today at work, boys.
That's a pretty good deal.
Here's the thing. I didn't get any chance to see any commercials. Was there anything good?
The commercials were like the games. It was just
Really
so boring. Like there was a complete lack of imagination with these commercials. Like
That's disappointing.
Even the Budweiser commercial I noticed with the Gold Eagle, that was a stolen idea. That was the plot of the movie The Wild Robot.
It was
a robot
nostalgic.
teaches a bird how to fly.
Sounds like we have Nick. You look beside yourself, buddy.
I just can't believe how wrong Brandon is about the Budweiser commercial.
Oh,
But that's fine. But that is really funny. No, I hadn't heard the Wild Robot reference, and that's hilarious. I've seen that movie with my kids, I don't know, about 30 times.
yeah,
Why
it's
do
the
I not
same
know
thing,
this movie?
right?
What's that? Go ahead, Nick.
It was it was like the movie, right?
It was kind of funny. There was so I get that. That's comical. They were ranging $8 to $10 million for a 30-second spot. There were
That's insane.
at least 3, I think 4 GLP-1 Ozempic type medication commercials that I was just like so over with. Not a big fan of them spending their money to peddle their wares during football. But they had some great ones. There's the Backstreet Boys T-Mobile commercial was hilarious, and Goodwill Duncan commercial.
That
with
was
all the guys from
yes,
Goodwill Hunting and Friends, and that was a great commercial.
You guys have to send me some of these names so I can look them up on YouTube and watch some of the commercials. Like I said, this no sound, I didn't get to see any commercials. So
I was a fan of that one just because of so much de-aging on the actors, trying to make them look young.
on the donut one, yeah.
I get that. It was very comical. Oh, and how could I not talk about? There was a Jurassic Park commercial for Pete's sake. I drive a Jurassic Park Jeep. For those who don't know,
I know Nick, that was drive amazing. The Barbie vehicle. We get it.
Sure. The Xfinity commercial, you mean?
I'm hammering on Nick. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know why I'm picking on you right now.
It was the Xfinity Jurassic Park commercial.
Oh man. Nick does have a Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler.
There was a commercial about Dorito underwear.
Wait,
I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah, something about Dorito. Well, it wasn't really a commercial. It was more of an advertisement where apparently Doritos is selling underwear now.
Are they
Doritos,
edible?
like the cool Doritos.
Are they edible underwear? That is,
no.
I want
they're just like regular boxer briefs with the Doritos on them.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
That's
so edible undies for Doritos. I still, here's the thing. One of my favorite commercials, Super Bowl commercials, we talked about this, was a Doritos commercial with the baby flying out of the mom's, uterus. Anyway, I think I feel like the last couple of years, the commercials, we haven't had like a legendary, wow, like this was a great year for commercials, right? I feel like it's been a while.
I agree. There was a Ben Stiller commercial.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as funny as you think it would be with Ben Stiller in it.
I got you.
Yeah, that one was kind of a letdown.
Yeah. Well, with that, it's any thoughts? Anything we think we're going to see this offseason with the NFL at all? Is there anything that we are looking forward to in the offseason? We got the draft end of April, right? And so, we got combine probably, I think it's in like a month. I don't have the timeline in front of me, but Steve, go ahead. Anything you're looking forward to this offseason or hoping that happens in free agency? Anything?
Oh, well, let's see here. I'm going to hope the Cardinals actually work on the team
in general, right?
Yeah, just in general. But other than that, no. I mean, just gonna have to wait and see where they start, and then I'll go from there to see what the first few trades are.
Yep, it'll be coming soon. So, Brandon, any final thoughts on the NFL?
I was thinking about saving this till the end,
Okay.
but I think I'll do it now. I've been thinking about this a long time. I think I think I'm ready. I think this is it. So I'd like to announce that I'm officially declaring for the NFL draft this year.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I just shook up the whole order now. I know.
Sure.
So I look forward to attending that event, see where I end up.
Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting for sure. Nick, how about you, buddy?
Well, I would like to touch on the fact that Clint Kubiak did take that job. He's the new Raiders head coach. Now that the game's over, that's official.
Yeah.
As a Chicago boy, I'm excited to see what happens in Chicago. This is a pretty big year for Ben Johnson after he got stripped of Coach of the Year, to see if it's a fluke or if they are actually trying to build something. So it'll be interesting what they do with this draft.
Yeah, it definitely. I can definitely see that, man. So, NFL in general, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Crosby in Las Vegas, whether or not he's leaving or not. So, I think that's going to be a big one. I think that's going to be really, really interesting. Kirk Cousins, I think I've read is already he's going to get cut. I'm sorry, I don't see Michael Penix being the future in Atlanta, but we'll see what happens there. I think it'll be interesting to see 49er wise. I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with Mac Jones. I think there's going to be teams maybe interested. So the 49ers could potentially move up in the first round of the NFL draft. I think they need help in a lot of areas. I think it'll be interesting to see what the Browns do. I think that is a big, huge question. I don't think you go for a quarterback. I think if you're the Cleveland Browns, I want to say you let Gabriel and Sanders
not this draft
be the quarterback next year because you're guaranteed to not win more than 4 games, man. Those guys are not going to get you what you need. So it's like you're going to have a high pick. And Steve, you're right. The 27 draft, I think, is going to be loaded. And
it's going to be a lot better, at least in this one.
I really do. I think, if you're Cleveland, I said, I go for an offensive lineman. I mean, they need help there. I think that's a great start for them and then, move forward. But that's just the Browns. I think the Raiders, I'm kind of like got a little bit of Raider buzz, man. I want to see what Kubiak does. I want to see what, how he's able to do with excuse me. Oh my gosh, how he's able to work with Mendoza and develop him. I don't think you get rid of Geno Smith. Mendoza should be sitting for a year or two. And okay, if they don't win a lot of games, what do they get to do? They get to draft. I think Vegas is kind of set up in a really good way right now if they do it right. So
yeah, but we know that's not going to happen.
I know, man. We'll see though, Steve.
These young quarterbacks always have a lot of pressure on to put on, at least, if not
but you've got Geno Smith, man. They're not. I guarantee Kubiak's too smart. He's not going to let Mendoza pick. They've got Geno Smith, who's proven to be a decent middle of the road quarterback. There's no reason, I don't think, to start him yet.
There's not, but if they're 2-4, they're gonna put Gonzalez in.
Mendoza.
Mendoza.
I disagree completely. I don't think they do. Kubiak's too smart. There's no way they do with Geno Smith. I'm saying, if they lose 15 games next year, well, they get another high draft pick to add to Mendoza. So no, I
get your logic, logically though.
I've seen it many times as a Bears fan where we bring in a high hopeful quarterback and we put him in way too early. I mean, other teams have done the same thing. You're absolutely right, Brandon. Like,
when was the last time Chicago had a quarterback that was going to be good no matter how many years he sat?
We haven't had one.
Yeah. I think Mendoza, I went back through and looked through tape again. I think with the right guy, I think Mendoza can develop into something like top 10.
I have a hard time believing in
Okay.
today's I want money because I want butts in seats. I have a hard time believing that Mendoza doesn't start
That's what I'm afraid
the
of.
first one of the first 8 games.
Maybe if they didn't have Geno Smith.
I think a lot of these quarterbacks have lost a lot of their ability because they were thrown in way too early. Their confidence and their because they were thrown in way too early before they needed to be.
Sure.
I believe that Kubiak will want him to be on the bench, but I think pressure will come from up top from the general manager to push.
I don't think Kubiak is that type of coach to do that. And I
Yes,
guarantee
we will
if
see.
he went into that front office, he said, I'm not going to be forced into doing something that I don't want. I'm not going to start this kid right off the bat. He's going to sit, whether our record is 17-0 or 0-17. He's sitting. That's how I would do it. And I would tell them, I'd be like, otherwise, I'm not taking the job.
We'll
Keep
see.
looking for another coach. So with that said, we kind of close the book on the NFL season for now. We know that there's going to be more talks of it in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned. We're not saying that we're not going to talk about football until July 31st when training camp opens. We got a lot to come with the NFL.